we are back from our holidays and you are joining me in the garage to see what I have sold in an entire week of being away. And it's not that much, but most of the sales came through on the Thursday onwards, when the postage time delivery estimates would have been pretty much the same as what they were if I weren't in holiday mode. Obviously the business was in holiday mode. So we're going to strap on the metas and we're going to go through everything we've picked up for a total, sold for a total of 440 quid. Give me one sec. So let's go. We're going to start with the Aerosmith guitar. This is a very messy garage at the minute, guys. I had to literally shove everything in here for when we went away that was in the garden. We had the dog sitters coming round and we wanted the place to look nice for them, so it all just got chucked in here. And we literally got back at like 7 o'clock last night. Not had a chance to do anything with any of this. So yes, I kept the game with it because it was just nice to do. But the Guitar Hero, the Aerosmith one, has sold for a total of £65. Next on the list is a Shark hose. I won't get it out because this box weighs a ton, but it's just your standard Shark handle and hose for £19.95. Remember, tenner a piece paid for the vacuums, so 20 quid back for a... Excuse me, 20 quid back just for a hose is fantastic. The Raid Wasp and Hornet Killers, they're still flying out the door. Sold 2 for £14. I'm rounding them up or down, guys. I'm going to leave that one for a little while. Sony RDR, which I believe is none of those. It must be up here somewhere. Yes. This one, where are we? There, Sony RDR. Let me put the phone down and make sure I'm not standing on anything. Not the Humax. It is that one there. Gonna need a bit of a dust. So the Sony RDR. Oh, it's heavy. There will be a remote. I'm gonna have to figure out which one it is because there's just a pile of them there. But that's what they're all for those items. So the Sony RDR has sold for a total of £40. Some more Raid, Wasp and Hornet Killers for a total of £27.96. So there, I'm done. They've all gone, guys. They've literally all gone. The Humax that you saw me pick up from the charity shop, which is just sat down here, this little fella, the U-View one, that was a tenner. That I sold for 35. Remember I said the prices were all over the place on those. Some were 80 quid, some were a tenner. I was happy to turn a tenner into £35, so that's what we've done. A Shark corded power nozzle. Let me see which one. Cordless. It's the Duo Clean one, I believe, is this one. That's the one. So another one of those gone and out the door. I actually had a return on one of these the other day because the lights didn't work. I can understand you wanting to return something if it's faulty, but I'd rather just giving you a £5 back because who's hoovering in the dark? Anyway, regardless, that's sold for £27.50. I think that's fantastic. You've got to remember, I'll repeat myself, that will also have a remote control amongst that lot. It might even have its original one, because if these items are worth good money and I'm not paying a lot for them, like if you pick up a Humax for like a £5 or whatever and they're worth 40 quid, I will spend 10-15 quid on a remote control for it. Not 15. They're never 15 quid. There's a lot of Chinese sort of aftermarket companies that make remote controls for these now, so you can pick them up. So there we go. There's the Hitachi video recorder, and that one has sold for £28. And then last but not least is another power nozzle. Let's see which one this is. It's the blue one. The blue one. Oh, right there. That one. So that's 2 of those out the door. And that was sold for £34.99. £34.99. It's because they're so expensive to buy from Shark. So yes, and then the absolute belter of the day, week. The 3D Blu-ray that I told you about when I went to the charity shop. The prices were, and these were all over the place. This was a tenner. And this has sold for £129.99. Right there, guys. Let's get that price up for you. £129.99. order earnings 120, take off the postage, so say £6 for argument's sake, I'm left with 90 quid plus profit. It's fantastic to find little gems like that. Sell one of them a week, I'm sorted. So I'll pop you back on the phone and we'll go through what else there is. Every single item sold is chipping away at what we've paid for the rest of them. After that, my Le Creuset pan. Oh, that has sold. Let's grab that one out. I'll take the personal stereo out of it in a minute. There's the Le Creuset. That has sold for £20 exactly. They're worth a lot more with the lid. It didn't have the lid, but the one thing it is actually quite clean. For a Le Creuset, they've usually been burnt to death and used to death. Then after that we have sold the Hitachi video recorder, which is just here. Let me just grab that. It was just kind of one of those things. When you get the little notification on your phone and it says your item sold for £129.99, and you think to yourself, or you're doing something and you just sort of catch it out of the corner when it pops up on your screen or whatever, and you think, nah, come on, that can't be right. And then you'd go and have a look, and lo and behold, you just sold something that cost you a tenner for £129.99. So yeah, it's not been a bad week at all. And obviously the sales are going to be slow when you're away and you've got your business on holiday mode. But the one thing I did manage to pick up, because obviously we have this guy right here, the Perfect Draft Machine, which these are good money. These are sort of 80 to 120 quid. I paid 20 quid for this. What I did manage to pick up whilst we were away on our holidays was a barrel to test it. 6 litres of beer in there. Now in the UK, this is the only issue with picking these up. If you want to test these, you've got to buy the beer to test them. It's the only way of testing them. There is no other way of testing them other than running beer through them. So you've got to buy the keg. And the cheapest ones I think are like Bud Light and something else, and they're like 39, 40 quid, something like that. These ones in Holland, 19.99 in euros too. So it's probably like £18, £18.50. So yeah, so we can now test that and get that list. It should be another nearly triple figure fee from there. And then it'll be, I've got another week off now before we go back to work. And it'll just be a matter of going through everything that's here and getting a bit more organised. I say that every time I do a video, don't I? Right, don't think there's anything else to report. I will have a little video coming up. I don't know how long it'll be, and I don't know how I'm going to edit it, because some of it's that way, some of it's that way. But when we went to Holland, they have their town centre markets and things like that, but they rent their market stalls out to people selling their own second-hand items. So essentially you can go to a market and buy car boot items. It was absolutely brilliant. And to be perfectly honest, if I had room in the car, I could have brought some stuff back. There was some good stuff to be had. So yeah, there'll be a video coming up on that very soon. I'm going to love you and leave you. Leave this one nice and short. There's no need to make it any longer than it is. It's a week's worth of sales. You've seen it all. It's all sitting here, now waiting to be packaged up, which is always the best bit of it, isn't it? So yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.